We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris.
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your take's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? We're back. It's Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, and this is episode number 670 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Black guy from The Office died.
What?
Which one?
The black one.
Fucking Stanley?
No! Famous Amos.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what?
Famous.
Yeah, that guy, yeah. Don't fuck me up like that. Kelly here. What's up, Kelly?
I'm Taylor Swift for men.
Yeah. Oh my god. I couldn't bring myself to watch that video.
And our good buddy Mahoney. What's up, Mahoney?
Lee, how is your brat summer going?
I guess it's all right.
Okay.
My brats are going back to school. So
All right.
Going good for me. I had to.
Lee, did you see that greasy white guy is back in style?
Oh, I've seen.
I mean,
Oh, thank God.
just, like in the wild, perhaps, I guess. I think it's the
I
middle or
mean,
anything.
yeah, based on where you're located, I'm sure
Yeah, I
you've
mean, like,
seen, but
I don't think he ever went away, is what I'm trying to get at.
At
Like,
any Jersey Mike's location.
yeah, I mean, like, I don't think he ever went away down here.
well, good news, he's back.
Okay,
He's back, and they call him the Dare now.
it's a dare.
What?
The
Right.
Dare. That's his name. That's his name, the Dare.
Is it a specific guy or it's all greasy white guys?
It's a specific guy.
Are
Is
they
the-
daring you to have sex with him?
No, that's his name. What you do, Kelly, is you take it, you send it to the Dare because he's with it.
I need you to walk me through this more.
Sometimes we
that's-
talk.
that's-
Sometimes we
That's
talk.
what you do.
Wait.
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk. And I hate every fucking word you say.
Sometimes we talk and I just don't think he's speaking English.
Listen, I can't keep you all completely abreast of the internet trends. All right, I
Right.
do my best.
It's
I
too,
tried
there's
my
too
hardest.
much.
Yeah.
But
He
he
was
has
on vacation
consumed-
last week. Cut him some fucking slack.
If you don't know about the Dare and the fact that he's with it, I can't help you. All right. Talk to me in 6 months when it hits Facebook video.
Yeah. Jose will hit us up.
Greasy white guys are not back. It's just one guy.
No. He is heralding their return.
Okay, so kind of like the brat summer, kind of like the white
Yeah,
boy
like-
summer. He's announcing
Here,
greasy white dudes is back.
exactly. Kelly, has Facebook caught up to when Justin Timberlake brought sexy back yet?
Kelly isn't
I
on
don't know.
Facebook.
What's Kerouac posting?
Okay.
Pictures
Yeah.
of Tad action figures.
Right. Chad, so like it's like that. It's like when Justin Timberlake brought sexy back, but now the Dare has brought greasy white boys back.
Right.
So the Dare has decided to be the face of greasy white boys.
I mean,
Yeah, essentially. I mean,
This
I
is
don't know if he decided or if he was just kind of the chosen one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah. He
it's just your
could have been
destiny.
foretold, right? Yeah.
This is gonna
Yeah.
ruin the tour,
what tour?
Well,
the world tour.
That feels like it was fucking years ago.
It really
that
does.
feel like it was years
Yeah.
ago.
And it was not.
Some dumb motherfucker on Twitter was like, the memes just aren't hitting this year. And like, there is a story going around of a vice presidential candidate fucking a couch. And you're telling me the memes aren't choice?
Yeah, seriously.
We
The
are
memes are the only thing holding us together.
we are always at peak meme, I feel. Like it's like inflation.
These days, yes.
Yeah.
Just every day, somehow memeier than the one before.
Yeah.
So, I'm like Nice. I couldn't quite bring myself to watch it. Explain to me Taylor Swift for men, Kelly. What the fuck did this dumb say, and why?
That's CM Punk said exactly what I said. He's Taylor Swift for men.
But
Because,
with no real context, just a
no,
thing
there's
he said?
context. So
Okay.
he and Drew McIntyre have been feuding, and a key point in that feud is a friendship bracelet that was
What?
made. Yeah, that was made for Punk by his wife, and Drew stole it. And then they decided to work an entire match around that, which Punk had previously said that would feature violence unlike anyone has ever seen before. But he spent most of the match going, "Give it back," trying to get his fucking friendship bracelet back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now people, I guess, are giving him friendship bracelets, which I guess is a Taylor Swift thing. And he said, well, he's Taylor Swift for men.
I feel like the Taylor
Gotcha.
Swift for men thing started even before this because just like the fanatic, like he's not the level of a Taylor Swift, but if you're a Punk fan, he can do no wrong and you will defend him with your last breath.
That's like, remember when a long time ago I tweeted CM Punk is Sasha Banks for white men?
yeah, that's very similar.
It's that whole thing. It's that idea.
The pictures of him at that Fanatics Fest at Javits Center in a full suit, just so
wrong.
sad. So
The man is a shell of himself.
he is a corporate stooge for the sex assault company.
Yep.
Hmm.
And they are speedrunning trying to get Mount Phil to erupt so they can kick him out before he gets that lifetime job run in NXT that he wants.
Oh, yeah. They don't call Triple H the cerebral assassin for nothing.
Yeah. Like he hates this whole story. Like he hates doing this friendship bracelet nonsense.
Well,
and
they're shit. Yeah.
they're booking it because they know he hates it.
That's fucked up. Like, I love it, but it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey, man, couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah, you really can't feel bad because he was given the keys to a fucking kingdom and he couldn't handle it. So fuck
Yep.
that guy.
Okay.
Oh, tremendous.
Same topic. Who is Taylor Swift for men?
CM Punk.
Taylor
Yeah.
Swift for men.
CM Punk is Taylor Swift for asshole wrestling fans.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you,
Who do
man,
men
like,
just fucking lose it for.
I honestly,
The Roman Empire.
every time I think I have like a grip on like the Taylorness of it all, something else happens that make me realize that I don't understand it.
Holy
like,
shit.
it is on a level unlike anything I've ever experienced in life. So I don't think there's anybody even in the fucking same
Some
stratosphere.
kind of sports person, but I don't know who it would be because there's like too many geographic lines, right? Like
Yeah.
somebody like a Tom Brady, like a Derek Jeter, like
Right. Not
somebody
universally
like that,
loved.
like Michael Jordan.
It
like,
would have
something
been
like
Michael
that, you know?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody loved Jordan, right? Yeah. But there's nothing like that now. You're right. There's always some line where it changes.
I'm sorry to
Yeah.
say, because, obviously not every woman is a Taylor Swift fan, but I think the Taylor Swift for men is Donald Trump.
That's
I
kind of what I was
actually-
thinking too.
You know?
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah, he's probably the closest thing as far
Like-
as like a sheer cult
Yeah.
of personality. Yeah.
Those
He's
boys
essentially
stand
Bizarro
for their
Taylor
king.
Swift, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
mean, think about
motherfuckers
it, right?
are going to prison for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taylor throws a concert, place is packed. They all bring their merch. That isn't really happening for Trump at the moment. but
Right,
it used
right.
To.
Yeah.
It did.
Used to happen.
It was happening
They
for
all
a
had
while
their
there.
hats. Yeah.
And that's
I
so
mean-
funny that
They ruined red hats for everyone.
yeah.
I love the idea of him not having any crowds just because who the fuck would want to go and see him? But I do think that some of the reason he doesn't have any crowds is because people started shooting the people in his crowd. So I think that some Trump supporters are like, don't go to the rally. You know?
I would say that's probably below 1% of the reasons people don't go to Trump.
Below
Rallies.
1%.
Yeah.
That feels, I mean, I'll give you like 5, maybe 10%, but like below 1% feels so
Well,
low.
I mean, for every one that's like, let's not go, there's probably 10 more. They're like, man, if I got shot for Trump, I'd be a fucking
Yeah,
hero.
shoot me in the
Yeah.
fucking head.
Make me a martyr.
Standing behind his stupid bulletproof glass. Like the only direction the bullet can come from is forward.
Oh
you know?
shit.
Like,
It's not
what are we
often
doing?
that Mahoney will bless the timeline, the public timeline, with a meme. But this motherfucker made a meme the other day and posted it on Twitter, and I have to share
It
it.
was great. It was great. I think I got one like.
It was 3. You got 3.
I missed that one.
three.
Yeah,
Shit.
It's
I didn't see that one either.
at Mahoney D. 2017 me. Wow, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was great. That one guy's Rainbow Dash on 4chan in a fucking jar filled with cum.
That's good.
Ugh.
Right? I was like, this is fire. And then
Well, yeah,
that
the
one-
meme-
That one's really good.
The picture hit and the memes immediately started.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
I don't think, was that like a real picture or is that like a mock up though?
No, that's a real picture.
Oh my God.
I think. I assume.
let's see.
I don't know. Good question, I guess.
But I never actually saw like video of him talking behind it. I've
Well,
only seen
if
that
you-
one picture.
Yeah.
If you remember
Very
his
interesting.
speech at January 6th, he was behind bulletproof glass, but it wasn't rainy like that I remember.
No, I wonder why he felt like he had to be behind bulletproof glass on
Yeah,
January
it's super
6th.
weird.
That's weird.
Oh, it was
Such a chill
4th of
day.
July 2019.
That's when the picture's free?
Yeah, that's what this article says from BuzzFeed.
Bonkers. Well, I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine.
That
It
shit's
still
great.
works. But they were using this
Yeah.
picture because they were talking about having bulletproof glass at his rallies because people get
Right.
shot.
Yeah.
But he hasn't done one since then. And I've read somewhere that's because he kept fucking sticking people with bills.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Which, I mean, really on brand historically. Like, that's
Yeah.
how he
Right.
runs most of his businesses.
Well, there
yeah.
was that the one bit where he had to land at a different airport because of mechanical failures, and then switched to Jeffrey Epstein's jet. But he landed at that other airport, like it was 2 hours away from his rally, because the closer airport he owed them like $20,000 from 2020.
What an asshole. Come on, man. What are
Can you
doing?
imagine being a presidential candidate, even Trump, and getting on a jet formerly owned by Jeffrey Epstein? Like,
It's just
You-
outrageous.
He was just a cool guy you met once while you fucked a kid or two.
like some of it seems not an accident sometimes, right? Like,
I don't know.
Someone
Every
had
day, some crazy shit happens that makes me think, you know what? Maybe this simulation theory's got some legs.
Mhm. Feels like an Eric Andre bit that they got Jeffrey Epstein's jet somehow. and they followed Trump from airport to airport until he had mechanical problems. And they're like, right here, we got this jet for you, Donald.
I mean, that would suggest that they caused those. Like, if you're going to follow him around with the jet waiting for him to have mechanical problems, you're going to go pull out a fuse, you know?
Yeah, just fucking toss a gerbil in the engine, see what happens.
Or slip $500 to one of the pilots. Hey, say you're having mechanical problems and land at this airport.
I didn't follow it closely enough because who can? But my understanding was that he was like, oh, yeah, I couldn't land at the airport I wanted to land at. I had to land at this other one that was essentially further away because of mechanical problems. And the implication was people were like, that's not how it works. You don't run into mechanical problems, so you travel farther to land elsewhere. Like, you land anywhere you can as soon as you can. Like, so it called into question the whole idea that this was not just, oh yeah, I never paid my bill there, they won't let me land.
We've been watching a lot of Veep lately, which is thematically appropriate. And watching that show, every new news story that comes out, I'm like, nah, that's a fucking cover for something. They're trying to distract us. Something else is going on. This is all fucking a house of cards.
No, that's that Kevin Spacey show.
Yeah. About the president.
Yeah. It all circles back.
Yeah, I don't think I'm putting that one in my queue anytime soon.
No.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
That was one where it came out and I was like, oh, thank God I don't have to watch that show now.
Yeah, it was, some real benefits of 2020 was people getting canceled and also production stopping so that we could, cut some things off of our list and catch up to things.
I loved when we had that the strike. That was great.
Yeah. Just got to catch up.
Got that fucking grind. So speaking of watching stuff, I'll watch some stuff. Checked out.
No, you didn't. Stop lying.
I'll watch some cool shit.
You didn't watch
There's
anything.
a movie on Shudder now called
closed
Mother
your eyes for days.
May I. Gotta watch Mother May I. Mother May I is awesome.
What are you walking around like Sandra Bullock?
Call him Lee Charles.
He's gone fucking full on Bird Box.
He's got his eyes closed and his head bobbing and he doesn't know why.
Yep. Just feeling
Knocking
the
shit
music.
over.
It's fucking ridiculous. So Mother May I on Shudder, highly recommended this one. So it's about a dude whose mother has recently died, and they have had something of a tumultuous relationship. So, call me crazy, I identify with this main character. And she leaves him a house. And so the movie's about them going to the house to try to get it ready to sell it, basically. Now, the girlfriend is, like, her mom's a psychoanalyst, and so she has this weird, like, therapy thing that she likes to do with him, which just, even at face value, is, like, really shitty, where they'll be, having some kind of an argument, whatever, and he'll, like, I don't want to talk about this. She's like, well, then we're going to go play the fucking chair game, whatever they call it. And so they sit across from the table, and she's like, what's the matter? And so the guy will say something, whatever, try to explain why he's upset. And then they switch chairs, and then she begins to speak as him, just like saying all this mean shit to him about the way that he's behaving. Like, well, we're really, she's like, I'm Jason, and I'm this, and this, whatever. Which, boy, that's a horrible way to treat somebody. But they do that, and then she suggests doing it like to his mom, and then she begins to speak and behave like his recently dead mother and won't come out of it. And so it's a whole thing of like, is she crazy? Is he crazy? Is she fucking with him? Is there a ghost? Like, is she being fucking possessed by the dead mom? Whatever. It's really creepy as shit and very well done. Would recommend.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never seen anything quite like it before. It was really good. Really good stuff. And I also went to see the Borderlands. I'm one of the 4 people who saw Borderlands.
Really?
And I did. I saw Borderlands.
Heard it was horrendous.
Well, it's very strange because I've absolutely seen much worse movies. Like, it wasn't good, but it wasn't like this fucking atrocity people made it out to be. But I will say that, I mean, it's obviously a mess. Like, the reshoots are obvious. Not a lot of it makes sense because, like, you know, don't get me wrong, Kate Blanchett can absolutely still get it, but she's not who you'd expect to be playing, like, the lead in a Borderlands movie.
Right.
Nor would you expect Jamie Lee Curtis to be anywhere fucking near a Borderlands movie, or even Kevin Hart for that matter. It's very strange. The casting choices were very, very odd.
Yeah, it should have been a bunch of nobodies except for young Gamora. She should have been the biggest star in the movie.
Yeah. It's very strange choices there, and like, it was obvious that they shot like an R-rated action flick, right? Like, there's, you know, the scene where they're fighting a whole bunch of like the dudes with the fucking dumb masks or whatever, you know, and you know, they're firing all these weapons at them, and they're just like getting jolted as if they're getting hit. At one point, like, the big dude in the mask, who's like on the good guy side, like grabs the dude and like slams him onto these like crates, and like reaches back and just bashes him in the belly with an axe, and nothing happens, right? Like, I mean, clearly they're like, I think I even read somewhere where they actually went back and had to like digitally remove squibs. And also, like, not do any of these CGI effects when they would add the digital squibs or whatever. Like, they changed so much of it, and I feel like all of the robots' dialogue was like shitty, like, you know, TV edits, because none of it was funny. You know, like, none of it was funny at all. And I don't know. It was weird. And then suddenly there's like what I can only describe as magic towards the tail end, and there's nothing that they showed me in this movie that led me to believe that there was like magic in the world.
Not even like
a
hint. Just, no sort of.
Not really, you know. But it was like, oh my god, like, yeah, the legend. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis's character was like, the legends are true, and we're like, what legends? What are you talking about? You can't just fucking okay, whatever. So, I mean, it's not great, but as far as like, is it accurate to Borderlands? I couldn't tell you, but I have played 10 minutes of Borderlands, and it does not seem like it. Even based on my extremely limited knowledge of Borderlands. Very odd.
Yeah, I remember the Borderlands peak was like 2010, 2013. I remember PAX had a lot of Borderlands people when we were there.
Well, they just announced Borderlands 5 like today, I think, or 4, whatever.
Yeah, but like, I'm talking like, this must have been one of the first ones, maybe?
Could be, yeah. Or no, I think like you're probably thinking around Borderlands 2. I think that was like the big one, I think. Like, I think it really blew up at Borderlands 2, I think.
But it's weird because, you know, Kate Blanchett really doesn't fit the movie, fit the role, but apparently she loved the script and essentially helped get it made, get it greenlit.
I believe it. Yeah. And I'm not saying she did. I mean, she was, pretty good in it. Like, as far as, of course she's good in it. She's good in everything.
Yeah,
but
she's
like,
probably got like an Indiana Jones vibe going on.
Yeah, just a weird choice. You know, it's an odd, lots of great hoots though, we'll say, in this movie. Fucking Gina Gershon, which again, weird choice, comes out in this crazy outfit, and you're just like, God damn, okay, cool, let's go. Now we're talking about the price of admission here, right?
Gina Gershon waltzes into your movie or TV show, you know it's going to get a little sluttier.
Yeah, just a degree or two, it's going to happen. She's got that good vibe.
And yeah.
Just the vibe.
Complimentary.
Absolutely, yes. On the exact opposite end of that spectrum, went to see Alien Romulus, and that movie fucks. It's so good.
I've heard nothing but good things about that.
Have you kept up
it's wild.
with the Alien movies?
What's that?
Have you seen, what was it? So it was after Prometheus. What was the one after that?
Covenant.
Covenant. Yeah. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
How was that?
It's all right.
Okay. And then after that, it was what?
This is the newest one. This is the one that just came after Covenant.
Okay, so there wasn't another one in there between Prometheus and the new one?
Huh. No. Well, Prometheus, Covenant, and then the new one. So that's
Okay.
kind of the thing. So, and it doesn't.
Maybe you're thinking of Prey.
Yeah, that was kind of in there too. So yeah, there wasn't another alien, but like Covenant was essentially Prometheus 2. This one takes place a few years after the events of Alien, and and that's it. It's like it just kind of it just is it happens. You know what I mean? Which is like my favorite Alien comics, or just alien stories that just kind of happen. You know what I mean? They're not part of a big thing. That's what makes Alien so cool, is that you can tell any story you want and just throw some fucking Xenos in it. Like it can be a very kind of like anthology type thing, and they've, for whatever reason, they've never really explored that. And it's not like, honestly, kind of the thing I think would be cool if they would do it with comic books. That's why I like Logan and Deadpool when they came out. It's like they just assumed you knew what an X-Men was, you know what a Wolverine is, and like here's the story that's not tied to anything else. Deadpool would go on to, of course, be tied into everything, but like they just made Logan and was like, no, it's not the fucking Wolverine you've seen, but we're not going to even bother telling you that. We're just going to tell you the story because we all know you know what a Wolverine is. Here's Logan, enjoy. Like that's kind of what this was. It's like, we know you know what an alien is. Here's a dope ass alien movie, and it was very fucking cool. Like they went back to a lot of the original production sketches from the first movie when doing production design for this one, so it looks very much of that world. Like all the monitors and shit are like old shitty tube TVs. Like it looks like the future as presented in Alien, which is very fucking cool. Like they didn't do that thing where, they didn't pull a Star Wars where everything from 50 years earlier looks like it's a bajillion years in the future. Like it very much fits in the world that it's supposed to be a part of. It's great. Yes, some CGI, but also a shitload of puppets and suits and practical effects and creepy shit, and a new alien towards the end of the movie that is fucking nightmarish. This motherfucker popped up on screen and I just went out loud, oh no. It's not all right. It is super fucked up.
All right. I like to hear it.
It's like, oh. You will have a reaction to the third act of the movie, I promise you. You'll feel a certain kind of something a few times. It's great.
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
I've seen a couple things that feel very much like Luke Skywalker in Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah, because they do that. They brought like the synthetic from Alien, there's another synthetic that's the same model or whatever, so it looks like Ian Holm. And it's not great. Like that's like some of the worst fake face stuff, and it's honestly the weak point of the movie, because you could have made that literally anybody else and the role wouldn't change,
right?
But you do the thing where you want it to be the other guy, and it looks so out of place that it's the only he's the only thing that looks out of place in the whole movie.
And they always do it with these dead actors that they recreate in CGI. There's such a build, and maybe you hear the voice first, and then they do the hero shot up to the face, and it's like, ugh, every time.
It's really kind of funny because the first time you see him, he's basically been torn in half and he's face down, right? So you know that there's a dead android on the ground somewhere, and then it's not until quite a while later that they kind of pick him up, and they don't even make a big deal out of it. They just kind of do it to where if this was your first Alien movie, you'd be like, why the fuck is that guy's face a cartoon? So they don't make a big deal out of it at all. In fact, I love Alien. I've seen Alien a bunch of times, and I had to go, why is that guy's face a cartoon? Oh, it's the fucking guy. Oh, I that's kind of neat, I guess.
It's fucking weird. Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, straight up. It was very odd. I'm like, all right, but it's fucking awesome. Gotta go see the Alien. It's fucking wonderful. And the last thing I want to talk about is just some real small town nonsense that has just baffled me endlessly for the past couple of weeks.
Oh, somebody tried that in a small town, huh?
Oh my God. So my lovely wife and her bestest friend have become very active in the like kind of local community arts center. They just said there was a new election for a new board. Jennifer, all-time podcast guest Jennifer, is the vice president of the new board of the Cultural Arts Center, and it's this whole big thing. They're kind of kicking ass. They're already renovating the building and all this crazy stuff. Like, it's this whole thing. But the transition has not been smooth. A lot of the old people are not happy that they're the old people, and there's some real pitchfork throwers around this place about this fucking small town arts center, which, again, I cannot stress to you how small these stakes are. The fact that there are people are getting this upset about it baffles me.
They're gonna make the art center go woke, aren't they?
The fucking the craziest thing, what I really want to talk about, are chairs. Okay, so
this sounds like HOA energy.
It's so much worse than HOA energy. So the theater is a bit old, and they're hoping to replace the chairs next year, like the theater chairs. Now, one of the guys on the old team was like, "Hey, we got a donation of chairs from this other theater that's renovating their theater. You know, let's have those." And so they tried to coordinate it, but they weren't being very helpful. And then, like, 2 days after that, they kind of took power, whatever. This guy's like, "I'm bringing these chairs." And they're like, "Can you not? Because we have an event this weekend that we've rented the building out. We don't have anywhere to put the chairs, so please don't bring the chairs." This motherfucker shows up with the chairs.
I'm doing it. I'm bringing the chairs.
Yeah. And he's like, "What am I supposed to do with these?" And he's like, "I'll just put them in there." And, like, they won't fit as is. Like, or if they were to drop everything and put the chairs in, they would lose a chair per row.
Yeah.
And therefore reduce the seating of the already small theater. And so this guy's like, "Well, I'm going to either fucking leave the chairs here or in the street. You fucking take your pick." So, like, I guess we'll put them in the thing. And then they also, once the chairs get there, they realize that they got catfished by the chairs in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
Like, they're all old and busted up. These are 40-year-old chairs that got quote unquote donated, when really they were just like, "Here, you throw these out," right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
it was, they were junk, right? So, faced with all this, whatever, this fucking lunatic just dropping off a theater full worth of chairs, they, had to pay somebody to come and basically they scrapped them. They scrapped these fucking chairs. And when Homeboy found out they scrapped the chairs, he took to Facebook, and
Yep.
You would have thought
that's a small town right there.
You would have thought they were the ones that tried to shoot Trump. Like, I can't believe you would. I honestly don't. I can't even rationalize why they were so mad. But it was like a scandal that they threw away these chairs that were garbage. It was beyond puzzling. I don't understand it. I have seen the wake firsthand. It is bizarre, and people need better hobbies, because it turns out I have been made aware of this one fucking dude in our community that apparently all he does is stir up shit. He's the guy that like go to like all the council meetings and just start a bunch of nonsense. And so he was a big whistleblower on this whole fucking thing. Meanwhile, he'd never actually set foot in the building before.
Well, of course
He was just mad about it for the sake of being mad. It was so fucking wild.
Childless man at the school board meeting.
Yep.
Yeah, he's exactly that fucking guy. And it is wild to see that dude in person. Because he showed up at the fucking council meeting last night. And Jennifer was just skull fucking him with facts. It was awesome. It was very impressive. But yeah, it just...
I can
Small
imagine.
Township, man, it's very much HOA energy, and I don't understand how you can have the emotional bandwidth for this kind of fucking nonsense. It's so weird to me.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, does your lovely wife and Jennifer have a shower tablet? Because it feels like that's what they need. Why they don't need a rundown local community theater to renovate. They need Netflix. Like.
Well, see, they have those things. The thing is, they like having a sense of purpose. That's it. They're like
Well, that
purpose.
doesn't make any sense.
Has
And,
Nicole watched Suits?
And
The
what else is
purpose
there?
is to get to the end of Stars. If you
she's
haven't
like,
reached the end of Stars, you don't have time for this stuff.
big fan of like charity and volunteering and things. It's all
No,
very
that sounds
Oh.
terrible.
yeah. She's been involved in several things over the years. She likes
Ugh.
belonging to things and giving back to her community. And it's a whole thing.
This is why I was afraid she was going to get swept up in QAnon.
She's also very smart, Kelly.
Hey, sometimes they make it sound like you gotta help the kids.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, y'all.
I
I just can't imagine having nothing better to do than like goad strangers on the internet about chairs you will never sit in.
I
It's
imagine
so
this
fucking bizarre.
dude's thought process is, all right, so kind of being pushed out on the board of this small theater, but you know what? We're going to renovate. I know somewhere that is that is donating chairs. I can still be a part of this. I can still help. Everybody's like, yeah,
Right.
cool. Chair sounds great. He goes and gets the chairs and he calls and he's like, hey, I got these chairs. You want me to bring them? And they're like, no, don't bring them right now. And he says, you know what? I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna bring them anyhow. And then he gets there and he's like, well, guess they're not gonna fit. We'll just leave them outside then.
No, it was openly combative. It was, I got these chairs, and they're like, please don't bring them yet. And he's like, fuck you, I'm bringing the chairs.
I assumed it was some dude thinking he was doing a nice thing, but
No.
wasn't listening to anyone else. But no,
No.
just a piece of shit.
Bringing the chairs was an act of violence. It was a deliberate fucking attack because he knew there was nowhere to put these chairs. And then took to the internet, and that's when dickhead number 2 came in and was like, what do you mean they threw up the trash away? It was so fucking
What do you
wild.
mean they threw all the trash away? Amazing.
They had to pay $1,200 to get him hauled off because this asshole was just like, no,
Oh,
you're
Jesus
taking these
Christ.
busted up chairs.
You couldn't get some of the breakdancing kids at the youth center to throw these things out? I guess you got to
Okay,
rent a
okay.
dumpster.
All right. You know what, Lee? I'm starting to get it because I feel very strongly that perhaps I should also join this board. Because what I would have done.
They want me to join the board
Is-
very much, and I don't know that they really want that. I think they just think they do.
Yeah.
I think
Have
we
they
all-
met you?
I think we all join the board, all of us.
Okay.
And the next time we have how many chairs was it?
98.
98 chairs. The next
That's-
time we
that's
have
too many
98 chairs to get rid of, we run a contest that says the first 98 people to come to the next event win a chair.
Nice.
Well, no, they're like
WrestleMania.
you know, bolted together. They're theater chairs.
Oh yeah,
They're like
yeah.
fully,
rows of
I
chairs,
fully
you know?
understand.
Yeah.
I fully
Yeah.
understand. I am not
Oh,
confused.
so you just give them a
at all.
chair and a hacksaw. Got it.
Yeah, maybe. Or I mean, I don't know. So the 98 chairs is what? 10 segments, 11 segments? Like the first 11 people who show up win a chair. And
Yeah.
we get all the whole row.
You want 12 feet of chairs? Come on out.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Listen, well, here's what we know. It's Tennessee. They probably got a truck. If they don't have a truck, they know a guy.
Yep.
They can handle 12 feet of chairs.
You know, that's true. Because I guarantee you that 100% of people either have a truck or know a guy who has a truck.
I bet you could sell those chairs on Craigslist for more than $1,200.
Yeah.
But they had literally a day and a half to get rid of them. So they had time to fucking field bullshit. Like it was such a dick move. Because you drop these bitches off on a Tuesday, they had people coming to set up for a wedding on Thursday. It was
Well, they
so
could have had
fucking weird.
extra seating outside.
Ugh. It's just wild. Very much, you know, your fucking garage trim is the wrong color energy.
Well,
Great.
keep us abreast to how the theater remodel is going, because me and Mary have been eyeballing the Princess Theater here in downtown that has been closed. It was the old downtown movie theater that just
Yeah.
is sitting empty, and we're just talking like, man, what if we could get the old movie theater going again?
You could
That
totally
sounds
get the old
awesome.
movie theater going.
Yeah.
again.
Some
Like,
real
That sounds
just
awesome.
some real like Lifetime
A
movie
real
shit.
we bought a view
Yep.
vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Zoo,
bought a
not
movie
view.
theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a theater in Nashville. It's a 2-screen theater. It's called the Bell Court, and they have like first run movies and stuff, whatever. But like they've also they're the ones that do like fucking midnight movies and shit like that. They do the Rocky Horrors and shit like that.
That's
whatever.
who shows the Beaver movie.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. They will 100% show the Beaver movie, right?
We could
That'd be
show
cool
other
shit, man.
we could show other Beaver movies too.
You
Yeah.
could. Saturday night is raincoat night.
No.
Come on down. What's it got going on, Nice, when you're not talking about buying a movie theater?
Well, speaking of movies, we did go and see Twisters this weekend, which we had a very good time. It was the 12:20 a.m. or 12:20 p.m. on a Saturday. So it was us and 3 other couples that were all in their 70s.
Nice. There you go.
And this one couple literally jangling like bracelets, fucking jangling keys, phone on full volume,
Oh,
and
God.
talking to each other. Like
Bonkers.
not some punk kids, like grown adults. But
Well, see, that's the thing. There comes a point where you get old enough, I think you legally are obliged to not give a fuck anymore.
but also it's
you're
like
lucky
a
that old man was
tornado
wearing
movie.
his pants.
It's a tornado movie, so you don't notice it most of the time.
Sure.
It's only when like the tornadoes stop and things get quiet that you notice the fucking jangle over here. But I tell you what, I got two the 3 main actors of Twisters. I have to give my review of them. The main character, I forget what Kate maybe was her name.
Yes.
I don't remember the actress's name, but she's very
She's
good.
fucking great.
Very
She's
good.
really, really good.
Leading lady material. One thing
Daisy
that
Edgar Jones. That's her
Daisy
name.
Edgar Jones. One thing that I noticed, and I know they had meetings about this. I know they had probably a week worth of meetings, because you could very much tell she's wearing some sort of torso shapewear so that there are no visible nipple imprints whatsoever. And I don't know if she was padded or if she's strapped down or what. But there were definitely meetings about, okay, how big can her boobs be? But also, we can't show any sort of nipple shape, indentation whatsoever.
We want to put it out there, but we also want to leave some to the imagination.
Yeah. Another
Very normal thing to do.
Glenn Powell, the new it guy in Hollywood, the new movie star. Tom Cruise has basically vouched for him. He's the new guy. He's got to take it down about 2 notches. He's bordering on parody, doing a Matthew McConaughey impersonation. He's good. He's likable, but you just got to back it off a little bit. Sure, he's playing a wacko.
I wanted to punch him in the fucking neck. Like, I hated that fucking guy.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you who I hated. Dude who played Javier, he was in one of the recent Transformers movies, right, Lee?
Yeah. He's in the latest one.
I don't understand why they're putting this guy in movies. Is it because he's ethnically ambiguous? Because he's just got like a rat face and weird ears.
He does have weird ears. That is
weird
true.
fucking like
Okay.
New York accent, but they're from Oklahoma.
That's true too. Yeah.
But every time
Hang
he's
on,
on screen, like just so unlikable, and he's not even like the villain.
No, I kind of like that there's not really a villain.
No, the closest to the villain is the tycoon.
Right, but he
And-
doesn't even have like 4 lines.
Yeah, and
You know, like, the real villain is the weather.
Superman is kind of the Carrie Elways a little bit, but he doesn't get impaled. But it was a good time. We didn't.
The movie freaked me the fuck out though when they were like hiding at the bottom of that pool. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oof. I didn't care for that.
We didn't get to see it in 4DX. Holy shit, those 4DX showings of Twisters, because they brought it back after Deadpool and Wolverine took over those screens, like sold out immediately.
I believe it.
An entire week of showings of Twisters in 4DX gone. Like,
I mean, if there's a movie you're gonna see in 4DX, it might as well be Twisters.
Yeah,
like,
but
I get it.
I think we probably we were all right. I got to use my $1 movie pass for my ticket to Twisters.
Yeah.
I said to Mary, just the optics of me walking up to the ticket taker with my phone and her with a paper ticket behind me. Like we're going Dutch on a date. But
My
it
favorite
worked.
part about Twisters though is, there's an unprecedented weather event where there's fucking, you can't fucking shake a stick and not hit a tornado right now,
Mhm.
right? There's fucking tornadoes every 10 minutes. There's a fucking tornado, to the point to where like when they miss their chance to do the science they want to do the tornado, they're just like, we'll get one tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get the next one.
Yeah, like literally, like there's that many fucking tornadoes, and yet the climax of the movie takes place when there's like a tornado barreling towards a small town's fucking like craft festival, and it's like, why the fuck are you people setting up for the craft festival when there's gonna be a tornado coming down the road any minute?
Tornado Alley, yeah.
Yeah, everyone that you know within a 3-town radius has been wiped out by a tornado. But sure, I'm gonna go out there and get my fucking friendship bracelet booth set up. What you doing?
I was after the movie. I enjoyed myself. Going to the movies is a magical experience, just like
It's a
Nicole
big dumb
Kidman
movie.
says.
It's a big dumb movie
Yeah.
time. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was-
Twisters is a real blockbuster movie.
Mm.
Like it's just a big dumb fun movie.
I was trying to think back to it, and I was like, I guess there wasn't really a real memorable set piece in that. And then I was like, no, I mean, they had the whole shit with the underpass. They had the fucking rodeo. They shot the rodeo. There was the whole pool bit. And then, like, what was the big... Oh, they were trying to...
the
movie
piece,
theater.
man. Anytime he's in that fucking truck, yeah.
The movie theater was a cool bit.
That too, yeah.
And you know what? It wasn't dripping with nostalgic callbacks either.
Yeah.
There were, I would say, 2 references that I noticed to the original Twister. It was Dorothy, of course.
Right.
And then when they're like, oh, glad you're back. And she goes, I'm not back. That was Bill Paxton line.
Right. But that's about it. When they're in the right before the scene in the pool where there's like the one asshole that tried to get checked into the hotel or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like the asshole is Bill Paxton's son.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just a little something.
Dead.
Kind of
I do. I mean, so if you've seen Twister, you knew Twisters was going to start with some horrific, traumatic event, right? That's just the formula. So you knew it was going to be some sort of tornado issue, and you've got this whole team of young go-getters with a couple that one that you recognize from other movies, and it very much felt like Drew Barrymore in Scream. We're like, oh, hey, check out this young actor that you know from those other movies. Fucking dead.
yeah.
Smashed by some rubble. Some driftwood. R.I.P.
Yeah, it's rough.
And then, besides that, I'm sure Mahoney will talk about Fortnite a little bit. But
I'm sure.
I wanted to bring up to you, since you are the one that gets the internet first out of all of us. Got to talk a little bit about this Hawk Tua girl and Young Gravy, because we've discussed Young Gravy before on the podcast, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What was
Podcast legend Young Gravy.
Yeah,
Tell us about Young Gravy.
what was it that, because he was just trying to fuck moms, right? What was it?
Yeah, what's he
Yeah.
doing with Hawk to a girl? That's not his
Then
beat.
he fucked Addison Rae's mom. Like first
yeah.
he was like, ha ha ha, I'm out here trying to fuck moms, like it was a joke. And then he found like famous TikTok artist,
He started fucking moms.
Yeah.
He was like, wait a minute, this is kind of all right.
musical recording person / movie star Addison Rae, and like legitimately fucked her mom. And she was like, stop that immediately.
And then it was also rumored that he had a very large penis.
That was the rumor, I
Yes.
do believe, yes. I think he also could not locate the clit on a medical diagram, if I'm remembering.
Oh,
correctly.
no.
That was
Well, that's not
that
great.
was the big problem,
Young Gravy.
right? So yeah, the Hawk Tua girl did some kind of interview. Who knows? She's everywhere.
She is
Milking the dog.
riding out on her 14th minute right now. She's getting the most
good
of
for
it.
her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Hawk to a
She
girl
was doing
also feels
something.
like it was a year ago.
Right. She was doing something, and she was like, "Yeah, Young Gravy slid in my DMs and tried to hook up with me."
And she was
everybody
like, nah.
"Young Gravy, you scoundrel."
What a
She was
scam.
like, "I said no." But then Young Gravy posted him because he was like, "Man, fuck you, bitch."
Yeah.
And he posted the DMs. It was basically just him like, "Hey, you're doing a great job out there. Like, congratulations. If you want to come to one of my shows, like, come to one of my shows."
Yeah,
And
he
she was
said,
like,
I don't know
"What?"
what your man situation is, but
exactly.
if you want to...
Yeah,
if you-
he specifically said, "I don't know your man situation, but you're welcome to come to one of my shows if you want," which is essentially a marketing strategy, right? Like, hey, you're everywhere.
Yeah.
Would you like to come take pictures at my show and put them on your social media? I'd love that if you did that, so you can come for free. You know, like,
Right.
He's not trying to bang you, Hawk, to a girl. He's trying to use you for free advertising.
See,
Like,
I don't know. I think it's both.
Yeah, he's doing both.
Because...
I'm sure he wouldn't be like, "I don't want to bang you, Hawk, to a girl." I'm sure he'd see just how much she spits on it. But,
Exactly. Big Dick Young Gravy was like, all right, let's see if you got the moves, Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
But the end of the
Young Gravy
screenshots
said-
was she was basically like, yeah, what's up? Let me know. She was all about it.
She's all over the place. She's doing she's trying they throw everything at the wall to
Mhm.
see what's gonna be her avenue to retaining fame. And it's very weird to watch in this stage, so we'll see.
She's
Yeah, 'cause,
doing...
He hasn't really expressed an aptitude for anything, right?
That's the sense I get.
I think the biggest aptitude is she's a character. So
Yeah.
she's been on a
Yeah.
lot of comedy podcasts to see if maybe that's the where she goes, because she's doing podcasts and she's doing personal appearances. She's throwing out first pitches at Mets games and then they lose 10-0.
Yeah.
So then it's
And then after they
perhaps
do-
becoming a
they
little
do a
clear
full
that maybe
press conference,
she's not super clever. He just had that one line.
Right. So
basically.
I mean, we'll see if she has any sort of staying power besides doing 20 podcasts and 15 personal appearances.
Mahoney.
The fact that we still don't know her name doesn't bode super well.
No, we know her
Will,
name.
actually.
It's
Haley Will.
just easier to call her Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So-
Fucking $1,000, I'd be like, I don't know.
If you went to a baseball game with your children and Hawk to a girl is throwing out the first
Yeah.
pitch, and your
That's
kid's
the
like,
hardest thing.
"Hey, what's Hawk Tua?" How are you explaining it?
Yeah, but your kids know.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was like, Katie would be like, "Hey, it's Hawk Tua girl."
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
she has the internet. She's on the internet.
It's just presented
Wow.
to
Would be
them
like,
as
Look at the Hawk Tua.
they have no idea. They don't get it, but they
That's
know she's Hawk
horrifying.
Tua girl.
I bet. I bet the middle schoolers did it.
Some of them get it. Yeah.
I doubt Will gets it, but I bet the rest of them get it.
Is Will going around playing Fortnite and yelling "Hawk to it," people?
No.
That's good.
He usually just yells "Get wrecked."
Okay, that's good.
Eat my farts.
Eat my farts. It's a wild time. What was I going to say about Hawk Tuah? Oh, the whole Hawk Tuah girl situation reminds me, and props to her for sticking to what she's comfortable with. But remember that chick who was bad at driving and now is a millionaire from an OnlyFans account?
Right.
Like, you could have just been an OnlyFans millionaire instead of throwing out pitches at Mets games. Like, you don't even have to leave your house. You know,
she got a manager pretty quick, so I'm sure the hope was to, not to say that sex work is not legitimate, but she was probably hoping to do something legitimate in entertainment. And
without showing her butthole, right? Yeah.
You can always fall back to an OnlyFans.
Oh no, we're gonna see your butthole.
Yeah,
but just not right now.
I'm just saying that one chick was only famous for not being able to drive and going viral for saying she was finna be in the pit. So if she can be a millionaire just by posting pictures of her saggy looking boobs, I think you could have handled it, Hawk to a girl.
I think she'll do okay.
And I'll tell you what, if I could make $1 million posting pictures of myself on the internet, I would do that tonight. I would do that right now.
It wouldn't even be a question, no.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even hesitate. There was one point I remember like 10 years ago, I remember Mary, oh, you can get paid to like comb your hair on the internet. I was like, fucking do it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Comb your hair on the internet. What are you talking about? Do it. Like, it's so strange. The shit people will pay you for.
There's a lot that comes along with it, though.
I'm sure. But there's a lot that comes along with any avenue to get money.
That's true. I work for a Fortune fucking 15 company. There's something that comes along with that as well.
Yeah, some days, Lee, I bet it'd be easier to just comb your hair on the internet to a bunch of perverts. Read your 7 millionth message about how they want to smell your feet. You're like, okay.
Fucking for real.
Maybe you'll be the one I let do
listen, if I can fake being nice to my coworkers, I'm sure I can fake being nice to internet perverts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Check this out. And feel free to say no at any point. And I don't know how the site works, but could we each create a profile on Feet Finder? And then we see who gets the most followers.
We can abso-fucking-lutely do that. Oh, we can do it.
I feel like we're at a disadvantage, though, because what we know about Lee is that he's got just fucking clown shoes.
Lee's winning.
That's true. They really are something.
But, you know, the feet people all have different reasons that they like feet.
That's true. That's true.
And I'm sure between the 5 of us, we all have a different type of foot that might.
Everybody's got a little something to bring to the table,
hit a different foot audience.
I love that it's the 5 of us because you're including Jose.
Yeah, I mean,
gonna show up and be like, "What do you mean I got a foot finder?"
I think if anyone has to have a foot finder account, it's Jose.
That's true.
Seems only fair.
All right. Sounds good. Let's go.
Stay tuned, everyone.
Do you want to see our feet? Let us know.
And also, we already know you do. It's fine.
Ooh, we should also make it anonymous. We share, well, I mean, I guess a lot of it is just going to be the Feet Finder traffic. But for show purposes, it's all anonymous, and we don't say which feet are ours. until the end.
They have to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking match the foot.
It'll be like in the old fantasy football show when we would do our predictions and then keep track of who had the best ones.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna make a note.
Yeah, put a pin in that.
Feet Finder Challenge.
Can you already
Imagine one of us
also see
hits,
the
though.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Imagine one of us becomes a foot finder star.
Yeah, we're all like, ha 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 ha. Wake
Yeah.
up to 12 grand in the bank. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Why not?
We accidentally change all of our lives.
We fucking buy a movie theater.
We buy AMC.
AMC. Stranger things have happened.
Oh my god.
Juan in the chat says Jose's is obviously the brown one, but Jose wears socks.
It's true.
I've seen Jose with
Look
his
at
socks
Jose's
off.
feet are pale as fuck.
He's got he's got real tan lines down there. So
Oh yeah.
so if the tan lines are in the picture, yeah, you'll be able to tell.
And if the toes are like smoking a joint, you can probably tell.
Oh, he does have those weird toes like his weird fingers too. So
Yeah, but again, if you don't know what you're looking for, you don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh no, they fucking put a pin in this.
yeah, I'm sorry for stepping all over your smoking a joint joke because that is such a great visual.
It really is.
He
Right?
could do it.
I bet he could.
Oh yeah, we should theme him.
I bet if he did it on Foot Finder, it'd be a real smash
Oh
hit.
my god.
Tell you, like I can already see the look of disappointment on my wife's face. She's gonna be like, remember that time that we tried to see who could fit the most pretzel sticks in their mouth?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was real bummed out about that one. This is gonna be way worse.
Oh, please.
See, okay, this will only be way worse. Like
So I get my fucking foot check.
right. Like what's worse? 2 followers or 900?
Ooh, this is a good question. Now we're talking.
I think 2 followers, you can just forget that it ever happened. You don't even have to tell her about that.
Right,
It's all anonymous. But 900 followers, like that's an issue. Better start promoting the podcast while you're in there.
Fucking A. That is wonderful.
We foot cameos.
Oh God.
I got lots of props. Just got little bananas. Oh God, what you got going on, Kelly?
I'm fucking tired, you guys.
Oh man.
I bet.
If I'm not at work or at home laying down, I am at some sort of medical facility with one of my 2 parents.
That is a certain level of hell. The work sleep medical facility roundabout.
It's rough. We got mom's port for chemo put in yesterday.
Port?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
a USB-C?
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be starting up next week. Gotta go with her Thursday for some appointments to make sure everything's good for that. Make sure her incision is healing well enough that the chemo will not like hinder that, and yeah, it's been. Yeah, I had a real big spiraling moment on this weekend when I was like, all right, cool, I have plans, I'm gonna go do something, and then next thing I know, my mom's like, oh shit, my hole where my poop bag attaches is bleeding.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm like, uh-oh. So I was like, all right, cool, cancel the plans in case we gotta go to the ER.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, that's what I get for trying to do things.
Yeah. I mean, it's It's bad
Little
now, but
bad.
it should get better.
You hope.
Yeah. You hope. We do hope.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been spending a lot of time fantasizing about rural life in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just going around fishing, catching bugs, and leading the life of a young boy.
Amazing. Mary has been busting out some like Japanese sentences lately on her Duolingo.
Nice.
Okay.
It's very good.
Nice.
Very hot.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when we going? What's the time of year we're looking at?
You're the one who's been there before, so
Oh God.
I wouldn't. I'm not expecting you to make all the decisions, but you know.
Oh no. All right. I'm on the airline's website. Where are we going? Booking the hotels. Okay. I would say I would kind of like to do late March, early April.
Okay, that sounds like it's not super hot.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like I also did early June last time I was there,
Mhm.
and that was pretty nice.
Mhm.
It was starting to get warm and it was humid, but like I don't think it's anything you guys aren't used to.
Only thing about
Yeah,
March.
I got humid. I got humid all day. So
Yeah.
When is Toy Fair?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't remember when that is.
Early March, March 1st through March 4th. It says.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought it was end of March, so that's
Yeah.
good.
We'll revisit this.
Yes. We can talk about this in private.
yeah. Good shit though. It'll be fun.
Don't want none of you following us to Japan.
Yeah.
Goddamn Godzilla. But yeah, man, we got our passports, so like
Hell yeah.
we're
That
fucking
that was the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
Was just the passport process. Everything else was so simple.
we're good to go for I think another 10 years, right? With a passport.
Yeah.
So
I still think I lucked out because of a government shutdown. When I sent them my passport and they're like, "Oh, you need another form of ID besides the 3 you provided." And I was like, "Well, I don't have any more." And they're like, "Well, can you go to the DMV and get one of those like star driver's licenses?" And I was like, "Well, no, because I need my birth certificate for that." And the guy's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, you have that."
you have it in your hand right now.
He's like, "Oh." I'm like, can you mail it back to me? And then I can go do that? And he's like, "Yeah, we can do that." All right. And then I get my package with my birth certificate and I shake it out and here comes a passport.
That person was like, "I got you, dog. I
Yeah.
fucking got you, bro."
Because I think literally the next day there was a government shutdown. So I think he was just like, "Man, this ain't gonna work. Have a passport."
It's all Ozarks, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because like they also, I'm sure, like the moment never dawns on any of them whenever one of these things come up. So we had to do the same thing. We moved to get our licenses changed. It's like you're telling me that the things that I brought you are not sufficient identification,
Yeah.
and yet the thing you're telling me to get only requires me to bring the things that you have now. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, so if I give them the things that I just gave you, they'll give me the other thing that you want me to also give you. Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, come on.
Do you guys see the story that recently all of our social security numbers got leaked?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know-
I saw that. Honestly, it didn't even register. I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, I kind of figured it was already out
Yeah,
there.
like our information has been leaked so much
Yeah.
that by the time they told us that all of our social security numbers were leaked, it's like, okay, great. I'm glad all of them leaked because
Yeah. Not
Not
just
the
me.
level playing field.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. that the fact that all of them leaked is essentially none of them leaked, or
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
the ones
exactly.
that people give a shit about.
We had to.
That's
We've had to
exactly
replace
how
our
I felt.
fucking
I was
credit
like,
cards.
well, this is now someone else's problem if all of them leaked. Like,
Yeah, we've had to replace our credit cards so many times this year already. Like, keep getting wild ass charges, and then and it's just an inconvenience because all the banks and stuff, it's all built around to where like I don't think anybody really pays for shit they didn't buy anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
a pain in the ass, Like it's so common that like I went in and I was like, hey, they pulled this, and the guy looked it up. He's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. All right. Hang on, I'll print you the card and we'll give your money back in a few days. I'm like, okay. Like there was no questions. It just happens all the fucking time, which is crazy.
It's all written into the budget, right?
Yeah. Because not like money's real. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing, it doesn't stand for anything. It's just, yeah, we'll just hit these couple of keys and give it all back. It's fine. Fucking wild. What you got, Mahoney?
oh my God, Lee, it's finally here.
It is finally
The
here.
Brand new Marvel Fortnite season, where
Which is the second season pass in as many months to feature Gwenpool as the giveaway character, which is kind of insane.
really,
Gwenpool was the free card in the last season of Marvel Snap as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
that's very interesting. I
Yeah.
did not know until Fortnite came out. So I'm going to tie this all together. So when there was some presentation that they did at D23, and if you watched it, they'd give you a special Fortnite back bling. So I watched it, and when I watched it, I think it was Kevin Feige. It was like all the heads of the different parts of the Disney empire, and they were talking about what their world was going to like, what involvement they were going to have with Fortnite. And there's a whole bunch. Like, there's all these Disney villain skins coming to Fortnite. There's incredible skins coming to Fortnite. They're talking about bringing in the Incredicar so that you can drive around in that in Fortnite, and like all this stuff coming. And then of course the Marvel season was like days away at that point. And Kevin Feige was like, there is a growing portion of our audience that learns of our characters from Fortnite and then seeks out a comic book or a movie or a Disney Plus TV show. Like, this is an entry point for many children where they're like, oh, that skin in Fortnite is cool. And now look, here's a show about it on Disney Plus. I'm going to watch that show.
I will never forget seeing a kid go, "Oh man, it's Kylo Ren from Fortnite."
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Like, and I
never
think
even
it's
thought of that,
cool.
but it makes sense.
I
Yeah.
think it's cool that they recognize and are leaning into that, because like when I was a kid, I got into comics and superheroes because I liked the Secret Wars toys. Like,
You
I just
remember?
randomly enjoyed an Iron Man action figure and was I got a book.
You remember the inflatable Spider-Man that you would see at like the carnival or like the county fair?
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that sticks in my head as like my first exposure to Spider-Man. Just seeing this fucking wild ass inflatable.
Yeah.
My first Iron Man was the Toy Biz Iron Man that had like the weird like clamp on armor and shit like that. Or if you pop the chest armor off, he just looked emaciated. Because his body is so much smaller than the wrap around it. But I had that guy
remember
before
that
I knew
one.
fucking all about Iron Man.
Yeah, I remember that. So I think it's really cool that Fortnite
Yeah,
was
makes
like,
sense.
we are the new version of that. And so we're leaning, like Disney was like, we're leaning into this. And so to that end, I did not know until Fortnite that Gwenpool doesn't have anything to do with Deadpool. That she is not like a Deadpool clone. Like, I figured she was like Gwen Stacy, but Gwen Stacy was Deadpool.
Nope.
Totally wrong.
He exists because of a fucking cosplayer who basically did What If Gwen Stacy was a Deadpool?
Mm-hmm.
And it got real popular and they created a fucking character base around it.
No.
Yeah.
It was a variant cover. 'Cause
Right.
They did a Gwen month.
That's right. Yeah, and then the cosplayer picked it up from the cover, and then it kind of became a thing. Right. Yes. Okay.
And there was
That's
just
right.
a little bit of sex pesting mixed in there somewhere.
A little bit.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm
There he
sure.
always is.
I'm
What?
sure.
one of my favorite things about the Gwenpool skin, they've done it a few times, is where, so like Gwenpool's whole shtick is she's like a real person that got sucked into the comic books. So like, she knows
Gwendolyn
all the
Poole.
backstories that you shouldn't know. Yeah, Gwendolyn Poole or whatever. And her skin is pretty cool, and I've seen it a couple times too, where like by default it's very like cell shaded and looks like a cartoon, right? You know, they do that. They have one that's just kind of cell shaded, and then another style that just looks like she's a Fortnite character. So no hard edges, like, and I think that's a really cool way to do it. I don't know, but I'm a sucker for, you know, rendering engines and shit like that. So the fact that they can do all three of them at a click is kind of fun for me. I just think it's interesting, but it's very cool.
Lee saying Gwenpool has cool skin is okay, but me saying that AOC has nice skin makes me sound like I want to wear it.
It really does. I wish it did, but it really does.
Yeah.
You can't just
Like,
compliment somebody on their skin anymore without seeming like you want to wear it.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
such
how
a
does it
shame.
taste? Subtext is already there, whether you want it or not.
How does it taste? Ugh. All right, so anyways, this season of Fortnite, it's all Marvel stuff. Doctor
It's so
Doom
good.
has cracked open Pandora's box, absorbed the power of Pandora's box. I don't know if you have all recognized, but as you go around his castle, it is littered with bodies. Like his throne that he sits on is the crumbled up body of the Thing.
Huh.
And
What? I haven't been to the castle yet.
Yep.
Now that I think about it.
No,
Oh,
the
yeah.
castle is scary. We try to avoid the castle.
yeah,
I never got the
in the
intro video
castle,
for
there's-
this season.
there's all like there's like display cases. I forget, like Moon Knight. Like just it looks like what's the Maestro's
Lecter.
throne room, you know? Yeah, like just
Yeah.
full of all of the shit that he's taken from people that he's killed. It's wild.
That's
So he's
awesome.
now on the island.
I haven't been there yet. I did find Emma Frost's spot on the raft, which is pretty wild.
that's-
and
I think is even more terrifying than Doom's Castle. I'd
Yeah,
go to Doom's Castle 9 out of 10 times over the raft. The raft
yeah,
is
the raft is fucking nuts.
fucking wild. The raft right now, I saw a breakdown of this on TikTok. There are 75 chests at the raft.
Holy
So it's
shit.
like, it's not only the best drop spot in the current season of Fortnite, it's like the best drop spot in the history of Fortnite. So it brings
Damn.
everyone to the raft, and it's just like, no thanks. No thanks. I don't need to go there and die every 30 seconds. Like,
You-
But I will
Dude,
drop
really-
down there. If I could get there early, I know exactly where the Avengers chest is. Oh, it's good shit.
yeah, but then you gotta get it. You gotta get out because
Yeah.
there's 40 people there. You know, it's wild. It's a wild time. But there's all superhero powers, and they're fucking amazing.
Yeah, they are.
They're so good. Captain America's shield. If you throw it at multiple bad guys, like if they're standing near each other, it will ricochet off all of them, do 60 damage apiece. That's ludicrous. You can't do that much damage to anybody with a weapon in Fortnite. There's no way. I don't know if the update is today or tomorrow or what, but there's no way that's allowed to continue.
Mhm.
You cannot do that much damage with any other weapon. It's wild.
And it
And you
makes the
barely even
fucking
have
cool
to aim
sound
it.
effect too. It's like boom, and
You-
it comes back.
You
It's awesome.
throw it like in their general direction, and it's like boom, 60 damage. You can only get to 200 health. So 4 hits, you're dead, and
Yeah.
that's if you're at full health and shields. Like, it's insane. It's insane. You can be War Machine, and
Oh.
what I mean by you can be War
Oh my
Machine is
God.
there are 3 separate War Machine weapons you can find. His jetpack, which is the greatest jetpack to ever exist in Fortnite.
Yeah, it's not even close. Like, there's never
Not
been
even
a
close.
jetpack even in the neighborhood of as good as this one is.
No fall damage.
You can shoot using it. You can reload while you're using it. You could never do that. Like,
You can
No
control
fall
your
damage.
ascent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
don't
can
have to
control
have
your
it
sense,
selected.
like-
boost in whatever direction you want. It's the best jetpack ever introduced. There's the War Machine shoulder-mounted auto turret, which, if you remember us talking about previous Fortnite seasons where you could get a turret in a briefcase and you could throw that down on the ground and then it would scan the area and look for your enemies and start shooting at them automatically. But then if you got too far away from your turret, it would disable and it would explode. Well, they fixed that because now it's on your shoulder.
It's on your
And you don't
fucking
have to
shoulder.
equip it. You don't have to do anything. You just put that shit in your inventory. There's a turret on your shoulder, and if somebody happens to walk behind you, that thing lights up and starts firing at them.
Yeah,
It's
because I first got it and I was
unbelievable.
like, okay, I guess I gotta, kind of sucks that I gotta have this thing equipped
Yeah,
for
like,
it
you
to
think
Fill
work.
in a
you
I'm like, oh,
spot.
this
Right,
sucks,
right. Like, I gotta just travel with this selected so that I'm ready to go if I get into any trouble, and I'll switch to a shotgun or something.
But
Nope.
nope.
Just having it is all you need. Unbelievable. And then the greatest of all, the War Machine arsenal, the
Oh my
gauntlets,
God.
his gloves, two hand-mounted SMGs with a shoulder-mounted rocket, 8 shoulder-mounted rockets, and you can fire the SMGs or the rockets independent of each other, or all at the same time. So
Mhm.
somebody comes around the corner and your War Machine turret picks them up and makes a little chirping sound to let you know I'm starting to shoot at somebody. Then you can take to the sky with your War Machine and turn and fire dual SMGs and 8 rockets at them.
Yeah, I was running around.
It
with
is
this-
Amazing.
devastating. Yeah, like if
Yeah.
like I was on, I think I got like 13 kills in a game, which I'm not that good. I just fucking loaded up on all the War Machine shit, and I was just driving around looking for other people's conflicts, and I would just
Mhm.
hop out and just rain down fire in hell, kill everyone, and move on to the next fight. Jax was pissing his pants watching me do that.
Yeah. Earlier today, I had the War Machine's arsenal and the shoulder-mounted autocannon, and I would roll up on someone and they would explode. Like, just fucking button mash both triggers while the auto turret is going. Just make sure that you're aiming in the general direction, and they will fucking explode into a pile of loot.
Yeah, I only lost that match, because I found some other genius with the exact same battle plan.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
and
just
Exactly.
explosions and bullets. Like, neither one of us earned that victory. It could have gone either way.
yeah,
Oh, just
the
devastating.
sweats are definitely out this week. You can get to
Oh, yeah.
top 10, but you better hide in that top 10 because they are out there. And they got the fucking Doom powers, and they got the stealth powers. They got all the fucking weapons.
Oh, guys.
Yeah,
Guys,
the Doom thing is
I
cool too.
am the one who knocks. I have been terrorizing you. You get the Doom gun. So there's this Nazi looking pistol that you can get that has, like, first of all, it does the same damage as, if we remember, the Mammoth pistol from like 2
Oh, yeah.
seasons back, right? Just one of these heavy ass. You shoot this thing and it does like 100 damage to the player if you can hit them. But it uses medium ammo, which is the easiest ammo to find. You could have 500 bullets for this thing. The Mammoth pistol, you would have like 13 if you were lucky. You got 500 bullets for this thing, and it does 100 damage if you can hit him in the head. Like, it's unbelievable. Shoots straight, no bullet drop off. It'll shoot for a fucking mile. So as far out as you can render the character, you can headshot them, and they're like, "What just happened to me?"
I got
It's unreal.
an achievement for sniping with a headshot from over 100 meters away yesterday. It was so
Yeah.
awesome. He had no idea what happened.
It's unbelievable. It's a phenomenal season. If you've never gotten into Fortnite, last season was a great time with the cars and the car attachments and the spiked bumpers and
Miss
all
'em.
that. The nitro fists, like, that was an all-time fun season. I know that the pros hated it because it wasn't shoot somebody one time with your shotgun and then immediately switch to your SMG to finish them off, which has been the same Fortnite technique for 10 years. But
You couldn't win by just hopping around like an asshole.
yeah, exactly. You had to do something different, and they all hated it. This season, you can win however you want, but you are basically just running around the map like a superhero. It is so fun.
Yeah, something really to be said about Thanos with War Machine's jetpack rocking the Infinity Gauntlet and Captain America's shield. You gotta love it.
And I made a Moon Knight. So I got the Moon Knight skin, and then I gave him Wolverine's claws and the Spider-Man web glider. I'm like, that's just for me. If I could get the shield under the cape, I would, but it wouldn't let me do that. It's a good time. It's a lot of fun.
Kelly, if you
Just
ever want to hop in
raining
with
doom.
us, you can.
I'll let you know.
All right.
But it is great.
You can still passenger princess because I still get a truck.
There we
Yeah.
go.
I'm getting blown up with some Kickstarter alerts. The fucking Medieval Spawn Kickstarter went up today and is already killing it. It's gonna be so rad. Looks so good, you guys.
Yeah, I don't even need to look. I don't need it. I don't want to see it. I'm happy for everybody.
It's so good.
I've still
It's
got
really
my original Kickstarter spawn in the box.
No shit. You could
Yeah.
unload that for like $300.
Probably, yeah.
No, literally, yeah.
I feel like that's why this Kickstarter is going so well. People are looking to flip them. Some of them.
Or like just not, fucking not miss out.
Yeah.
Because this is one of those things, like when they're gone, they're fucking gone, son. So get yours while you can. Got magnet stuff, y'all. So cool.
Magnets are the future.
Yeah.
Who would have thought ICP was onto something all that
They
time?
were ahead of the game.
Fucking mystery of the world, y'all. Man. So the fucking 24th annual, by the way, Gathering of the Juggalos was last week.
Oh my
Which is
god.
You think
24
Topanga was
years.
there?
I don't know about that, but like, I saw Shaggy
I think
Two Dope
she
posted
was.
a picture. I forget, they have it out in some fucking, some big outdoor festival, whatever. He walked out onto stage like barefoot and
no.
like blistered the entire bottom of his fucking foot just by walking out on stage.
Oh,
It was so goddamn hot.
Oh.
No, thank you. Like he fucking came behind the curtain, stepped a foot down, went, "Oh my god!" and had to hop back because his foot was almost on fire like a cartoon.
Fuck that.
That's too hot, man. No thanks.
There was
No
some post
fucking
going
thanks.
around on Twitter of a lady at the Gathering of the Juggalos. You can picture her. And she had a shirt that
I'm
said
picturing Topanga.
shirt that said "I love pagan dudes," and she was carrying around a model of her dead husband's penis that was made
God.
into a clear, like, vial that had his ashes in it, and she was spreading his ashes at the Gathering of the Juggalos from a penis-shaped urn.
They say romance is dead.
Yeah.
Like, in a really specific way, that's kind of beautiful, nuts.
Yeah, I mean, they seem like they loved each other.
In a very specific way, that's very beautiful. One at a time. Really does take all kinds, Not hurt nobody. Let them do their thing. It's fine.
Why do they
She
do
definitely
these
fucked
things?
that thing, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why do they
You don't
do
get a
those
ship like a
things
dick and not fuck it.
in the middle
Yeah.
of the fucking summer? Like,
Dude,
there's
why did they do any fucking festival in the middle of the summer?
there's
Like,
no
what?
seniors in high school going to Lollapalooza. You can't afford a ticket.
No.
So let's do it in November. How about that? Let's do the
No,
Gathering of the
Bonnaroo was
Juggalos.
down the road from here. Like, down the fucking street. Like, the week they had Bonnaroo was like when we had those, we were topping out like 103 with 98%
Mhm.
humidity. You know what I'm saying? It was miserable outside. Like, I can't fucking imagine. No.
Let's do Gathering of the Juggalos in March in Ohio. How about
Yes.
that?
There we go. Now we're talking. Nuts.
Let's be outside when it's nice to be outside.
Oh, who needs that?
When's that? Never?
In
Yeah, you can
Florida,
definitely tell that all these outdoor festival traditions came about in the time before the ozone layer was paper thin.
right? Yeah. In Florida, you get 3.5 months. You get a little bit of November. You get a good majority of December, and then you get January, February, and that's it. And that's not just cold. That's nice.
Right.
And I'll
That's
include like 50 degrees as nice, and that's our cold. And that's the only time I want to be outside is those 3.5 months.
Yeah, I tried to go outside just to sit for a minute and read some comics and get a little toasted, and it was too fucking hot
Too
to
hot.
just be. Just
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be. It was miserable.
Yeah,
No.
I have been very close to asking my wife if we could smoke weed in the house because that garage is like 120 degrees sometimes.
Ugh. Miserable.
And that's why we have vapes. We do that
Yeah.
in the house when it's too hot outside.
Absolutely.
And we look
What an
so
age of
cool.
wonders. So cool. And on that hopeful note, let's fucking land this burst and Kelly can go to sleep.
You see the
Kelly might
video?
already be asleep.
He might already be
I'm
asleep.
getting there.
You see the video of that dude at the vape factory who mouth tests every vape before
Yeah.
it goes out?
Sure did. Sure
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It was some Asian country. I don't want to say the wrong one. And I think they were like the nicotine. What are those vapes called that
Like
look like a fucking?
Ghouls?
Yeah, well, I think it's another name for the specific type of vape, but it looks like a weird like game system almost.
Okay.
But this guy straight up,
Everyone? That's so much.
yeah, he had like 20 of them in a block, like tied together, and he was just.
Oh my god.
Oof. It was simultaneously shocking because his technique was so impressive,
Mhm.
and
Right.
also because of the realization that some random man has put his lips on all of those vapes.
You
And
would've
also,
s-
he must be ingesting so much nicotine.
yeah.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
he had
That
a
guy's
face,
wired all the time.
bro. Okay, I found him. Bro
Holy
has a
shit.
face like he smokes 100 packs a day.
He kind of does.
Friend here.
Holy shit. That is
Just
crazy.
fucking another day on the job, hitting all these vapes, homie.
He said 7,000 to 8,000 tests a day.
And then
At
he
peak
just
times,
goes
it
for
can
it.
exceed 10,000.
Look at that face.
He
That
is
man.
13 years old.
Yeah.
Did I miss all? Okay, it was just about to.
How is
Where
he
he's just
still
got the-
alive?
The fucking
God.
brick, and he's just. But imagine you love hitting vapes. Like, this is a dream job, right? Or is it you love hitting vapes and then you get this as a dream job and then you hate vapes at that point?
Yeah, I think there's such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Too much of
you
a
know what I
good
mean?
thing,
You're gonna
yeah.
cross that line, and then it's like, oh, I suddenly just wish I was dead.
Yeah. You can like porn, but you don't want to work in a porno theater, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah. You don't want
I
to
remember,
work on raincoat day.
yeah. I forget. In some podcast I was listening to a while back, this was years ago. The guy talked about how, like, for a while his job was doing the designing the DVD and Blu-ray boxes for pornos. So just like all day, every day, he was just like pulling still frames from fucking hardcore porno all day, every day to make these boxes. He's like, gotta tell you, kind of ruins it for you.
Yeah.
I fucking bet, dude.
Literally seeing where the sausage is made.
Yeah, for real.
All right, we can go
But
now.
really, you can go to bed now, and we'll be back here at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central next week, right here at youtube.com/panelsonpages for Jason Nyes, Kelly Harris, our sweet sleepy boy, and our good buddy Mahoney. I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week. Night. Love ya. Bye-bye.
Do you mind if I do?
demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking
Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next